Hello, and welcome to our playthrough of Dark Souls. This will be the remaster version, and with this playthrough, I am aiming to do a little bit of a lore run. It is my interest to understand as much of the story as possible through its dialogue and item descriptions, so we're going to be paying special attention to those. Let's get this started. As for our character, we will be using a strength character. It's been a while since I've played this game. I've beaten it many times, but I've never used a strength based character. So that's something that I'm gonna do right now. Just give me a quick second while we figure this out. Let's get a nice character going. Oh man, look at that. That is the face of a monster. This is, ladies and gentlemen, Big Peepee. Let's see what kind of hair we're gonna put on this dude. Ponytail. Yeah, no. No. Yeah, we're gonna put this is our monster. Perfect. Alright, so Big Peepee is a male bandit. We're taking the pendant. We have an average physique. We have the face of a commoner that we have modified, and our hair is swept black. Ready? Set. Here we go.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
There we are. That's our big peepee. Alright, so right off the bat, that initial cutscene, magnificent initial cutscene, does a huge dump of information. We know that there was an age of darkness, then there was an age of light, an age of fire, then we find out about the lords, the four lords. We find out about Nito, the Chaos Witch Visalis, Lord Wind. We find out about Cease, the Scaleless, and obviously about the furtive pygmy who found the Lord Soul amongst the fire that appeared in the darkness. That basically explains the creation of the world. It explains the war between Gwyn and the dragons, which led to his reign in the Age of Fire. And then from there, we are taught about the dark sign. Who has it? We do. Hollows have it. And what basically the dark sign does. From there, we're thrown in here with no further information. And we are to figure it out from there. So that's basically what we're working with. Okay, and now that we've killed this dude, let's see the first couple of things that we come up with. The black separation crystal is a black crystal. A long symbol of farewell is granted to the banished undead. That's what we are, undead, and we are banished to this asylum. That's why we have it on our person. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes or sends you back to yours. Beware of fickle use of this item if you intend to nurture relationships. The pendant is the gift I picked is a simple pendant with no effect. Even so, pleasant memories are crucial to survivor on arduous journeys. And of course, the dark sign. It signifies an accursed undead. Once again, that's what we are. That's why we have been sent to the asylum. Those branded with it are reborn after death, but will one day lose their mind and go hollow. Death triggers the dark sign, which returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested at, but at the cost of all humanity and souls. We did pick up that dungeon key to the dungeon of the Undead Asylum to the north. A mysterious knight, without saying a word, shoved a corpse down into the cell, and on its person was this key. Who was this knight and what was his purpose? There may be no answers, but one must still forge ahead. We did recently pick up our battle axe and our spider shield. A standard battle axe inflicts regular damage, making it effective on various situations. Powerful attack due to its weight, but one wrong swing leaves the wielder wide open, so timing and proximity to the enemy must be judged carefully. The spider shield is a shield of the Savage Mountain Bandits. We started out as a bandit class. Uniquely shaped with a large black spider etched upon it. Has resistance to poison. That's good to know, actually. And of course, the straight sword hilt is what we start out with. The hilt of this lost sword was found discarded in the Undead Asylum, only slightly better than one's bare hands and not recommended for extensive use. Be certain to find a replacement quickly. We have no problems. In terms of armor, we have the Brigand Hood, hood worn by the brigands who raid mountain hamlets and attack travelers. Once again, that's where we are, that's our backstory. In addition to protecting against the blazing sun, dust, and sand, it helps tell friend from foe in the heat of battle. In terms of the armor, it's once again worn by the bandits, in addition to metal, over a base of cloth and leather. Offers good mobility and defense. Now, this same description is shared among the rest of the pieces of armor. So from here, from what we start out with, we learned of our backstory, where we come from. We picked the bandit class, so that's where we are. And we learn about our situation. We are undead, and we are cursed undead as proof of the dark sign.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
I will hear you.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family, thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask, an undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Alright, so this gentleman has dropped us a bit of information. The path of the undead. We have to go ring the Bell of Awakening. We are undead. That is our purpose. So that's at the very least some idea of what we have to do. He also did give us the Estus flask. The undead treasure these dull green flasks. Fill with Estus at bonfire. Fills HP. The Estus flags are linked to the Firekeepers. The Dark Tales also make a reference. An emerald flask from the Keeper's soul. She lives to protect the flame and dies to protect it further. So this is our healing item, and in its description we get a name drop of the Firekeeper. He also gave us a key, did he not? Undead Asylum, 2nd floor east key. Key to the iron bars on the east side of the 2nd floor of the North Undead Asylum. The Undead Asylum is a giant undead prison segmented by countless iron bars. Even if an undead were to escape from a cell, passage to the outside world will not be easily. And that's where we are, trying to gain passage to the outside world, because apparently we have a Bell of Awakening to ring. Alright, here we go. Whoop. Okay, we're just gonna let him do his thing. There you go. There you go. Now remember the description of the Brigand Axe? One wrong swing, if you can see when I whiff, we get those lingering animations. Dangerous stuff. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. And it's locked. Alright, so beforehand we ran away from this boss over here because there's no way we can make it. But now we're better equipped and we get the vantage point of a nice jump attack that cleans most of the boss fight. Thank you, developers. We get one. He's gonna do his thing. He's gonna do his thing. So we run in. 1, 2, 3. Clean fight. Easy game. For our troubles, we get the big pilgrim's key, a humanity, okay. And 2000 souls, nice. I haven't played this game since the release of the remaster version, so it's actually kind of nice to rediscover it little by little. I believe there was an item back here. Yes, memory still serves me. Alright, so we got a couple of stuff. Let's see. We got Soul of a Lost Undead, who has long ago gone hollow, used to acquire souls. Souls are the source of all life, and whether undead or even hollow, one continues to seek them. So that's basically our currency. Humanity. Rare, tiny black sprite found on corpses, used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. This black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about its true nature. If the soul is the source of all life, then what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? Asking the questions. What else do we get? The big pilgrim's key. Key to the inner door of the Undead Asylum main hall. Big key belonging to a chosen undead pilgrim. But this chosen undead knows not what this pilgrimage has in store. So, we now know that we are chosen for whatever reason. Our purpose is to ring the Wheel of Awakening, and we gotta leave the asylum where we are placed for the sole purpose, for the sole reason, better said, of being undead. So we move on.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
That's basically where we left off the asylum. We are the chosen one on a pilgrimage. This is the land of the lords, and we get a name, Lordran. Alright, Firelink Shrine, which shall serve us as a central hub for the time being. Let's go see what this character has to say.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess, fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
So right off the bat, he first of all understands what we are, he acknowledges our purpose, and he goes further as to extend it. There are two bells of awakening, not the one that we were told but by the knight that gave us the Estus flask. Let's keep going.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
Funny thing, going hollow does solve some problems, especially when it comes to being invaded, but nothing that applies to us.
What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
He explains to us how to regain our humanity, which is basically to use the humanity item. How do you get it? Well, if you kill enough enemies every once in a while, you'll get a humanity randomly from them. Obviously, if you get summoned by someone and you help them out, you get a humanity from them. And of course, if you kill someone, you get humanity from them.
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not interested in killing you. I like you, actually.
What? You want to hear more?
Yes, please.
Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the Undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the Undead Burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the Undead Burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
Me too, my friend. But I'm gonna have to go. Alright, so he tells us what we need to do. First, go up into the Undead Burg. We gotta go through those stairs into those ruins. And then he tells us that after that is Blight Town, which is underneath the same burg we'll be going to.
Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
Okay, that's alright. So he's actually very helpful. He gives us basically the layout of what we should be first doing. 3 humanity, very useful. There are a lot of items here in Firelink. We're gonna go around collecting them all in preparation. Okay, so fire bombs, very useful. We got humanity, we got fire bombs. Let's see. Ah, right. Cleric.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted.
Nope.
I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us?
Nope.
If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Yo, hold on, buddy. This pandemic is going on not in Lordran, just on the real world. You should fucking relax.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Okay, sure.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Absolutely.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
Let's go for it. Okay, we're set with the
Now,
covenant.
let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Okay, so what do you sell? Great Heal Expert. Great Miracle cast by Advanced Clerics, restore high HP. Great Heal Expert borrows from only several verses of Great Heal. As a result, it can only be cast a stark few times. Okay. Homeward, Great Miracle cast by Advanced Clerics, return to the last bonfire rested at. Would normally link to one's homeland. Only the Curse of the Undead has distorted its power, redirecting casters to a bonfire. Or perhaps, for the Undead, this serves as a home? It's actually very interesting. Normally the spell will send you home, but Undead have no home. Except maybe the bonfire, because that's where they restore their strength. Force creates a shock wave. This quickly acting miracle inflicts no damage but propels foes back and defends against arrows. Cleric Knights use this miracle when charging into enemy mobs. Very interesting. Seek guidance, display more guidance from other worlds. Guidance facilitates communication between undead, but their value varies greatly. Well, I mean, if you get someone with a shitty message, of course it's gonna suck. A balance of faith and wisdom is required. Wisdom particularly because most people are gonna lie to you. Oh, we got a gesture. Let's continue talking to this man.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm.
Okay, she's on an undead
An
mission, so am I.
mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Alright. This is fucking stupid. You already want my money? I just joined your church. Come on, bro. Sure, let's do it for the undead mission.
Very well. I can surely tell you, of all people, undead clerics are given a mission to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires with humanity. Through kindling, we shall one day be granted magnificent powers.
Alright, that was actually pretty useful.
Very well. I can undead through kindling.
Okay, that was actually pretty useful. Kindling is very useful. And it's good to know, especially judging by the fact that we're undead and we are related to the bonfire. So this dude Tormund is waiting for his lady and two other knights. Oh, this is the broken elevator, okay. His lady and two knights in order to pretty much be able to do their mission being this exact thing, which is get the kindling. Hopefully it works out for them. But for now, we're interested in the existence of undead clerics, I'm sorry. And obviously clerics with undead missions. Alright. Let's do the graveyard. Okay, we gotta run. Okay. Wing spear, that's fine. Let's go. The Swyhander. Okay, we gotta conserve some stamina here. Okay. Normally there's one more item back there, but it'll be too risky to get with everybody following me. So I'm gonna reset the graveyard and come back and pick all of that shit up. We've been picking up a lot of items. We'll go over them in a minute. Alright, perfect. Now that this is reset, let's go finish off getting some items. I don't remember where they all are. I'm trying to go by memory now. I know there's one back here. There it is. I thought I was wrong. And then What else? Ah, yes, we need to get this one. This one's the most important one, because I know this one. This one is a soul item. Yep. Souls are very important early on. Alright, we got everything we need from the graveyard. Let's reset it so the skeletons don't chase me. Actually, let's go up here. I think there's something else up here. Is there? Is it not? Is there not? Doesn't seem like there is. There is over there. We'll go get that right now. Soul of a Lost Undead. Nice. Okay. And now we're here. Okay, let's see what we got. Ah, the cracked red eye orb. Online play item, invade another world. Hollows cannot use the item, so you have to be human. Your humanity needs to be restored. Defeat the master of the world you have invaded to acquire humanity. That's what the knight dude said. You gotta kill somebody. The cracked red-eyed orb allows players to temporarily imitate this ability, normally limited to the dark race of Cath. Woof. Big name drops here. We got both the dark wraiths and the Cath, who appear in Cath. So now the wording basically means that invasion is basically an ability of the dark wraiths, and that the dark wraiths belong to Cath. Leads to believe that the dark wraiths are the organization, the covenant that invades. That's all we're given right now from that item. Firebomb. Bisque urn filled with black powder explodes, inflicting fire damage. Relatively powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling for fire damage. A very precious items at low levels. Many warriors use these to augment their strategic repertoire. Indeed. In fact, I'm gonna equip it because I'm gonna be using that immediately. Lloyd's Talisman. Talisman utilized by all Father Lloyd's cleric knights to hunt down the undead. Blocks Estes recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, that's been said a lot, the undead are accursed creatures, and Lloyd's cleric knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. Okay. Homeward Bone. Bone fragments reduced to white ash return to the last bonfire used for resting. Bonfires are fueled by bones of the undead. In rare cases, the strong urge of their previous owners to seek bonfire enchants their bones with a homeward instinct. Going back to the homeward spell, we get sent to bonfires because we don't have a home. Soul of the Undead. Long ago gone hollow, used to acquire souls. Souls are the source of all life. We've gone over that. Large soul of a lost undead, the exact same thing. The copper coin. Coin made of copper. Its face shows Old Man Macloif, god of medicine and drink. Nice. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran, where the accepted currency is souls. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. Okay, so that's actually a pretty interesting thing. The outside world is the outside world because it does not pertain to Lordran. Lordran is its own, I don't know what to call it, hub. The Morning Star. Hammer with a sharp spike on its pommel, one of the more barbaric cleric weapons. Uniquely, this hammer inflicts thrust damage and causes bleeding. We won't be using that. Wing Spear. A long-hilted spear with a barbed point, long reach, and can be used with shield up. Effective against hard exteriors and hits for high damage at the right moment of an enemy's swing. But the hit radius is small and it is easily blocked by shields. Not gonna be using that. Zweihander. Now this is what we're gonna be using. One of the gigantic straight greatswords. As the name suggests, the Zweihander is held with a Zweihands. But its wielder must still be inhumanly strong. It is this great weight that sends foes flying when hit solidly. That's gonna be our weapon of choice. Oh, we got the talisman. It's a medium for casting miracles of the gods. Standard talisman is issued to common believers. Equip the talisman to cast miracles. Attune miracles from a scroll, a bonfire. Most miracles have a limited number of uses. Alright, that's basically all we get to know. Alright. We've been to the graveyard. We've spoken to this dude. We gotta go downstairs. That's basically the last area we have to explore. No response. She cannot speak. Reinforce. Firekeeper soul required to reinforce Estes flask. Alright. No response. She cannot speak. Very nice. So we don't know who she is yet, but we do know that she can help our Estes flask, which leads to believe that she's a firekeeper. The description of the Estes flask told us about their relationship to the firekeeper. The Estes flasks are linked to the firekeepers, clear as day. So she is the keeper of Firelink. Yeah, nice. Oh, actually, let's kill these, because we paid that dude 400 souls, did we not? And they give 20? Okay. So we will need to kill, like, what, 20 of these dudes to get my souls back? Well, we can only do our best. Go ahead and kill them all, and 20 by 20 get some of the 400 we need from this dude. So we're gonna get the item, the S stock. We'll read that in a bit. Hold on, just gotta get my 20 from him. Oh, hold on, there's the blacksmith down here. Gotta get 40 here, 60 here. Little by little, we're making our way. Recuperating some souls. Sorry, bro.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head.
Not yet.
And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky of Vinheim. I was once an established smith, though. Look at me now. Can you believe it?
I mean, I can believe it. You're locked up.
What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
Alright, let's see what you got. No weapons for ascension. Reinforce weapon. Okay, so you can reinforce my weapons. Need my Titanite shard, standard stuff. Same for armor. Repair, purchase. What do you sell? Oh, you sell magic. Oh, okay, so I could start magic if I wanted.
What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed, undead. But what's there really to moan about?
That's an interesting philosophy.
There's nothing. We're both cursed.
So we got here a sorcerer blacksmith from Vinhelm, I believe he said. And then here is locked. Okay. So we found a blacksmith who's very willing to help us with our weaponry. He'll come in use, maybe. At the very least, it's nice to know. And he's okay with being locked up. His point is, basically, he's an undead. He will go hollow eventually. He'll rather be locked up when he goes hollow. It's safer. He won't hurt anyone. It's very honorable. I also believe that there's a part of cowardice in his reasoning. It's safe in there because he also doesn't want to get hurt, but whatever. Anything else, boy?
Oh, have you seen that terribly morose lass?
I have.
The Firekeeper.
I figured.
She's stuck keeping that bonfire lit. Sad, really. She's mute and bound to this forsaken place. They probably cut her tongue out back in her village, so that she'd never say any god's name in vain. How do these martyrs keep chugging along? I'd peter out in an instant.
As you have, Mr. Undead.
Hmm? What now? I'm not up for chatting.
Sure. Alright, so I believe that's everything in terms of items and preparation. Let's go ahead and make the switch to the SWI. Okay, so 24 strength, 10 dex. 24 strength, we get a 50% bonus if we use both hands, if we two-hand the weapon. So 16, 50% is 8, 8 and 16, 24. So I need 16 strength and 10 dex to wield this. No problem. We didn't get the 400 back, so let's just use one of these for boost. There, that should put us a bit over what we initially had. Level up, we need 16 strength, 10 dex. Perfect. And we can wield this right-hander. Okay. Shit, that's a lot of stamina. So we get 2 R1s. 1 R2 only. Or 1 jumping attack. Doesn't bother me really that much. What's your roll attack? A staff? Interesting. I am mid-rolling. We need to drop some weight. Still? Okay. Alright, we got it. Mid-rolling, we're just wearing pants now. We need more stamina and more equip load. Can we level up again? We definitely can. I need 775. Shit. That wasn't very good. So now we're forced to use one of these. We'll have leftover souls. Oh well. Level up. Let's get some endurance. Yes. 793. I can go. I think I can go a couple of more levels. How much is this? Okay, I can do one more level. We can do more endurance. This will raise our attack by 2. It's not really that big of a deal. Endurance, on the other hand, we can wear armor because we get equip load. So yeah, let's do some endurance for now. Yeah, we're gonna level up endurance because we will be needing armor. Alright, so we have done everything we can here in Firelink. This gentleman has helped us out. Our mission is to go ring the 2 bells. There's the first one, that in that direction, the Underberg. We gotta go up. So first order of business, to the church at the Undead Berg to ring the first bell. And that's what we're gonna do in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining me. I have enjoyed your company, and I wish to see you in the next episode.